So hi guys, Jack from Kent Media Group. We've got something a little bit different to show you today. It's the Chauvet Festoon 2 RGB. So as you can see, in the box itself comes the Festoon 2 RGB light string. There's also a 5-metre extension cable to go between the Festoon and the control unit, and of course the control unit itself. Let's take a look at the control unit and see what it does. So on the control unit for the Festoon 2 RGB, we have an IEC connector at the top left here. That also has a fuse just in case you need to change it. There is also the output connector for the Festoon 2 RGB string. We have a DMX in and a DMX out connector. To the rear, we have 2 keyholes, so if you want to mount this onto a surface, you simply pop 2 screws into the surface and slot the box on. And underneath, we have an M12 rigging point, and there's also 2 holes cut out ready for a safety cable. So that's the connectors on the unit. Let's take a look at what it does. So here we are looking at the front of the Festoon 2 RGB control unit. As you can see, it's the standard arrangement of buttons we see on most fixtures: menu, up, down, enter. You'll also see on the front of the box there is an IR sensor here, and there's also a microphone. Now the reason for that is there's different modes built into the unit, but we'll get onto that in a few seconds. As you can see at the moment, the unit is in DMX mode, it's in its pixel mode, and it's on DMX address 1. To get into the menu, we simply push enter. Again, we can see control is in DMX mode at the moment, but we can also cycle through onto music control mode, automatic mode, manual mode, and preset mode. So the next option in the menu is for backlight. Now after a few seconds, this determines whether the backlight on the controller itself goes on or off. The next option is LED string. Now this tells it how many strings of LEDs it has on the end of it. As we say, included in the box is 1 string, but you can buy the Festoon 2 RGB EXT and add up to 3 strings per controller. So that's 60 bulbs per controller. The next option is for the remote. This can be controlled by the Chauvet IRC6 remote control using IR, so you can turn that on or off. Manual colour is for if you're in manual mode, and you can set all of the RGB pixels to whatever colour you like. Music is the sensitivity of the microphone, so how much the unit picks up the audio level in the background to make the bulbs react. Next up is programs. Now inbuilt into the unit, there are 38 different programs for you to select from. If you push the enter button again, you can see you can change the speed of the program that you're on as well. Really, really handy. In the unit, say the 38 programs are different fades and different chases. The next option is custom. Now this is custom static colors across the entire LED string that you can choose from. These are preset colors for you to make it nice and easy. The next option is nice and simple, it's dimming curves. We have 3 selectable dimming curves plus off inside the unit. The unit features 4 different DMX modes. As you can see in 3-channel mode here, this one's nice and easy to explain. It's RGB for the entire string. So you've got red, green and blue that you can mix to get any colour you want across the entire string. Next up is the 9-channel mode. Now the 9-channel mode is the same as the 3-channel mode, but it also adds a dimmer, a colour macro, strobe, auto and sound programs, program speed, sound sensitivity and dimmer speed mode. Next up from this is pixel mode. This is where you can control each individual RGB pixel itself. Next up from that is pixel plus mode. This is the same as pixel mode, except it adds those extra special features you get in the 9-channel mode. And the last part of the menu is the address. Now this is where you set the DMX address. As you can see at the moment, we've got it set to address 1. You can push enter and set this to any address you like, but do bear in mind if you are using the Pixel or Pixel Plus modes, this does take up quite a few channels in your universe. So the string of Festoon that you get in the box is 15 meters long, and it contains 20 light bulbs. Now these bulbs are 75 centimeters long each, that's per section obviously. The bulbs themselves aren't removable, but the sections are replaceable, and you can take them off the end of the string. So if you find you're doing quite a long run, and at the end you've got quite a few bulbs that usually you just bunch up, you can take the individual sections out, which makes it quite nice. Now to put them together, all you do is you make sure that they locate together, just like so. and then you use the little screw at the top here, pull them together, and that makes that IP54 watertight. So it's ready for outdoor use. For mounting, it's also worth mentioning that on top of the bulb, you've got a little loop here, so you can pass cable ties through to hang it from wire or any other surface. So that was the Chauvet Festoon 2 RGB. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Catch you again soon.